Champion means the best of the best, and that's where I want to be at.
Every time I step on the field, I want to win, and I'm going to make sure that happens.
To come out on top would be a dream.
When you're holding the crown, when you're holding that medal, when you are the champion, it just makes everything feel like it was worth it.
Happy Saturday and welcome to AUSL Pro Softball on ESPNU. It is a sellout crowd at the Parkway Bank Sports Complex in Rosemont, Illinois, as the AUSL All-Star Cup continues. Team Landry takes on Team Klingler. So including tonight, 5 games left in the All-Star Cup, which concludes 8 days from now. And the top 10 on the leaderboard features Sam Landry with 690 points. Georgina Cork's going to go tonight. She and everybody else looking for that top spot for themselves. And we're happy you're spending part of your Saturday with us, along with Olympic medalist Daniel Laurie. I'm Mark Neely. Down on the field is former Northwestern pitcher Sydney Supley. We will check in with her shortly. So game 1 last night, we see Team Landry beat Team Palacio 6-3. And the power bats for Team Landry, they came alive.
They sure did. If you are Sam Landry, you're loving this team that you were able to draft for week 3. The offense came alive. 4 home runs in that game. And to me, it was the momentum that Sydney Stewart was able to create by going up and getting that 70-plus mile-an-hour rise ball off Carlin Pickens. And then you had Megan Grant, 290 feet. Get out of here. Sid Sherrill wanted to join the party and go dead center. And Alyssa Brito said, hey, I'm going to sit on the change piece, and I want to mop it up with my girls as well. 3 home runs, 4 total in that game, but 3 in 1 inning. That offense came to play.
Yeah, Megan Faremo is going to go tonight, but their offense is going to be the big story. What is Team Landry going to do? Megan Grant now leading the team with 3 home runs, and their lineup is presented by Easton. And we teased her. You talk about somebody that can rack up the strikeouts. It's Megan Faremo.
Well, and I think, too, what I've always loved about Megan Faremo is just the swagger, the energy, that stoic, just kind of confidence that she brings out there in the circle, and she gets fired up, and I am always here for it. I love that little extra edge in the circle by Megan.
This crowd is fired up with you, Megan Faremo, and everybody else. The sellout crowd ready to go on this Saturday night in Chicagoland, and we are underway. Oh, yeah. They're out in force tonight on a beautiful Saturday night. A little bit breezy, but the sky's mostly clear. As Morgan Zirkle leading off. This is a player that may set some All-Star Cup history tonight. Playing on the home field that she spent the regular season with the Chicago Bandits. And sitting at 91 career hits in AUSL play for her, which is just one from tying for the record Victoria Hayward set in her 5 seasons.
And I like it. Megan Faremo has started this at bat with that changeup, and then you see her go back to that at that 1-2 count, 58 miles an hour. I just think establishing that so early, right? She's someone that can throw the ball 70-plus miles an hour. I just love that change of speeds. We saw it yesterday with Sam Landry and how effective that pitch was in her arsenal. Listen, we know there's a lot of hard throwers in this league. You see Carlin Pickens, but all of these ladies have that changeup, and at times is the separator between having a good and a great game is the command of that pitch.
Oh, check swing. Did she go? No. An appeal down to third base umpire Robbie Guest. She held up, so it's a full count. Morgan Zirkle leading off the game. You see the hits, 91 total. Right on the doorstep of some All-Star Cup history. And there is strike 3, and it didn't take long from Megan Faremo to record her first strikeout.
This is that backdoor curveball that just bleeds back in. Reese Atwood, Rookie of the Year, so good behind the plate. Being able to frame that pitch up, it's a strike, I think, no matter what. Really pretty, just attack by Megan Faremo against Zirkle in that leadoff spot.
Maya Brady takes a strike. You saw it come out of the bug there. So the pitchers get 4 points for each out. So that's 4 points to start the game for Faremo as she faces another former UCLA product, Maya Brady. There are a bunch of Bruins in this All-Star Cup.
In a row?
And
Got
in
some Bruins in a
too.
row here.
Yes.
We got Maya Brady, you got Megan Grant, Jordan Woolry. It's back to back to back. Framo in the circle, of course. I mean, good morning, good afternoon, good night on that one. 3 pitches.
And if you think she's going to take it easy on her former Bruins, think again. So there's a look at the scoring breakdown. Winning is a big deal. That's why, yes, it's an individual points game, but you want to win as well because you can really accumulate the points winning as a team. MVP voting afterwards also adds to it. So 2 outs, bases empty. Another very recent former Bruin, Megan Grant, who spent the regular season with the Portland Cascade after a record-setting single-season 42 homers this spring at UCLA to set the NCAA record. Think about that, 42 home runs.
Oh, I
mean,
know.
you pitched in college softball. Could you imagine anybody was ever going to hit 42 homers in a season?
Megan Grant. I do feel like the record was there for so long.
It
the
was.
fact that it was able to get broken, you can't ever take away how elite these hitters are. They have a lot more information at their fingertips, I would say, than maybe we had back in the day. But at the end of the day, it's putting the bat on the ball on a good pitch and being able to repeat that. And that, to me, with all the things, right? I mean, I think she was close to leading the nation in walks as well, because people always wanted to kind of go around her to get to Jordan Woolry. But I love it. You see Megan Framo going right at her. 71 under the hands, establishing that inside part of the plate.
That looks like it's going to get out of play. It will. Watch there by the third baseman, Sydney Romero. Ramos struck out Zirkle looking on a 3-2 pitch to begin the game. Got Maya Brady swinging. Fell behind in the count to Megan Grant. Brings up another 3-2 pitch.
Honey, are you kidding?
Striking out the side, Megan Framo on 17 pitches. Little Bruin on Bruin matchup going her way.
I mean, the energy, the backwards K, Maya Brady going with that pitch away with the strikeout, and then getting Megan Grant. Fire me up, Megan Framo.
No score as Team Klingler comes up in the bottom of the first. As Megan Framo struck out the side against Team Landry. Let's check in with Sydney Supley down on the field. It's been interesting to see how Sam Landry has been as a team captain this week.
Well, Mark, it was no surprise when yesterday Team Landry put on a show because of how connected they felt. Thanks to their first-time captain, Sam Landry wrote every single player an individual personalized message on what she appreciated about them and why she wanted them on their team. And that really struck Georgina Korek, who was her #1 draft pick, getting the start in the circle tonight, because she said Landry's words about how she looks up to who she is as a pitcher, but also as a person off the field is something she will always cherish. And Landry said they are playing their best ball right now because every single person feels they have a role that's appreciated.
You know what I appreciate? Not only Sam Landry for what she does on and off the field, but the fact that a handwritten note. Now, there's 15 players on a team. Obviously, she didn't write a note to herself. She wrote 14 of those. That's incredible. Great for her. You don't see that much anymore, an actual handwritten note to people. We need to do that more often, if I can be school.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get tired when I do the Christmas cards. We send out a lot, and it's writing the addresses and stuff.
Swing by Wallace, and Schuyler has a base hit, and here comes Team Klingler offensively. Yeah, let's take a peek at this Team Klingler starting lineup. It is presented by Rawlings. You see Romero up now, and the captain, Bailey Klingler, coming up next, has not lost an inning as a team captain the last few weeks. There's the captain, Bailey Klingler. And we get our first really good look at Sydney Romero, at least as a hitter, since she was awarded the Rawlings Gold Gloves 6 days ago.
Yeah, pretty special. First one here for AUSL. No one better than Sid the Kid. So good. Sid's been a lot of fun to watch this year. I mean, she's kind of up the weight room stuff. She said she feels a whole heck of a lot stronger. I mean, the 9 home runs in that AUSL season just go to show. Really impressive. And you know, the older you get, I think you understand you can play this game at a higher level because you start to understand your body a little bit more and the things that work and the things that don't, what that off-season grind looks like.
That one grazed her, and it will go as a hit by pitch of Romero. The first two are on against Georgina Korek. Georgina has been absolutely nails in the circle here in this All-Star Cup.
Yeah, I feel like she's done a really good job at just being able to hit good spots. I mean, the AUSL season, Korek was the real deal, right? That Talon's pitching staff with Montana Fouts, Korek, and Megan Framo were dynamic. And that's, you look at, you know, they didn't even need to go to a game 3. They didn't even need to go to Megan Framo for game 3. Georgina Korek got the start, and Montana Fouts was able to close out game 2 where they beat the Bandits in College Station.
Ball's hit to left field, and back a step to make the catch is Morgan Zirkle. And there's the first out. It's a loud out off the bat of the captain, Bailey Klingler. Yeah, by the way, everybody that's watching in Salt Lake City tonight, hope you enjoyed the victory celebration after more domination by the Talons. There's Reese Atwood, who spent the regular season with the Carolina Blaze. I know that's a team that you really enjoyed watching in the regular season.
I did. I loved getting to watch Reese Atwood coming off her second national championship at Texas and then getting to catch Carlin Pickens. It was the AUSL Rookie of the Year, rightfully so. She was so good. And just sturdy behind the plate, no doubt, but just offensively. I mean, Reese Atwood put some extreme numbers up.
Boy, that off-speed pitch at 59 miles per hour and a strikeout for Georgina Korek is her first.
And this pitch just almost seems unfair, right? She just pulls the string on it, and you see Atwood how far in front. It just goes to show how good that pitch is. And that's really the difference maker for Georgina Korek. Like, when I look at her over the course of her career, it really has been that pitch that just makes everything that much better. She can throw it at any count, no matter what, high stakes pressure moments. It's always in her back pocket, which means it's always in the back of the hitter's head.
So the first 2 reached against Cork, but now it's 2 on 2 outs. A little bit into Jadelyn Alchin. 2-ball, 1-strike count on Jadelyn. Facing her Talon's teammate, Georgina Cork. Just a little bit off that outside corner. Alchin, who was the championship series MVP for the Utah Talons. Next pitch from Cork will be her 20th of this first inning. Softly hit right side, and the play is going to be at second base as Jordan Woolery to Cahalan covering there. She had the play in front of her there. And no challenge. The call will hold up, and that takes care of Team Klingler in the first. The AUSL All-Star Cup is sponsored by Gooder. Last night, Sam Landry started. Megan Grant had one of those 4 home runs. Rachel Garcia finished it off. And Team Landry with a 6-3 win over Team Palacios last night in our first game of 3 this weekend here in Rosemont.
Yeah, it was impressive to see the way that Sam Landry threw. The command that she was able to have, and I think her team was able to go out and have her back really early and brought in Rachel Garcia, and it was a good game. They showed out.
Well, each team threatened in the first inning with 2 on, or at least Team Klingler did, though Faremo just needed 17 pitches for 3 strikeouts at the top of the first. That's to right field. Skylar Wallace coming in, battling the sun with those sunglasses on, makes the catch. On a line drive by Woolery.
I think, to me, this is the hardest spot to play on the field right now. Number 1, a low line drive. Number 2, sun in the eyes. And number 3, Skylar Wallace. I mean, she's a middle infielder. She plays middle infield, and obviously the captain wanted Hannah Flippins. You've seen Skylar Wallace play a little bit of outfield, but she's not a true outfielder. Maybe I'm wrong to say that, but when I think of Skylar Wallace, I think of her up the middle, playing short, making great plays. So to me, that's such a good play by her and right.
And no question, we've seen her play a little bit of the outfield here in the All-Star Cup, but you're right. She's mainly shortstop all her time at Florida. Sydney Sherrill fouls this back. So 1 out, base is empty. Neither team scored in the first, so those inning points roll over. So are you looking at 20 points? One of these teams can outscore the other here in the second. Just off the outside corner. Well, it is time for the Marillac second inning spotlight. Look at the All-Star Cup first 6 games. 6 home runs. And then Team Landry with 4 in last night's game, and 3 of those came in the same inning. That is our Marillac's second inning spotlight. Quick visit out there by Reese Atwood. Well, Cheryl's one of those that hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, she was able to just go and get this kind of like that drop curve on the outside part of the plate and takes it dead center. They were swinging it well. I mean, they were excited about mopping it up at home. They had that 3-person interview with Sydney Supley behind, or in the dugout, excuse me, and you could just tell like how into it and how much they're vibing. And at times when you do this kind of point system and you have it, it's the teams that really are the ones that mesh well together, have that good chemistry, and how quickly you're able to get the vibes high.
Missed down low, ball 4. That was already the 3rd full count to 5 hitters for Faremo, so she's had some deep counts, and this time walked Cheryl, and there's the first base runner of the game for Team Landry. Sends up another Sydney Stewart. She takes a first pitch strike. Home run for her last night. One of those 4 for Team Landry, and hers was enough to make her the #1 MVP. So that was worth 60 points, voted by her peers from the game afterwards. That's bumped her up to number 14 on the leaderboard. And that is strikeout number 4 already for Faremo, 2nd out of the inning.
Well, a nice job going downstairs. You see her get over this pitch, that drop ball that has some good wiggle down. No doubt about it.
Woolery, I should say Cheryl at first with 2 outs. Alyssa Brito, the 3rd baseman. Home run for her as well last night. In fact, had a couple of hits in the win. She was one of the 3 Rawlings Gold Glove finalists for AUSL, as was Jaden Alchin, and of course it was won by Romero, and all 3 are playing here tonight. That's out to left field. Went back initially, but now Kendra Fulby comes in to make the catch to retire the side, and Faremo works around that 1-out walk to Cheryl.
I think you're pretty similar to Rach as far as like your change is like her drop in. Yes. If there's something that you see that you're like, Dej, like let's call more of this, or I like that, just let me know. As usual, I'm just here to make you look good, buddy. So, and you do such a good job of that.
I have a question. How long have you been playing softball?
For 24 years. It's a long time, huh?
I don't know if I'm more shocked by the little girl's reaction or Alyssa Brito. She kind of get like, oh, 24 years. There's a little difference in age between.
For me, it was the young softball player next to her. You can tell it just blew her mind from. She just kind of looked up into the ether and like, wow, that's a long time.
You're really good. You've been playing for a long time.
That's wonderful.
And I love just that conversation that, you know, Deja Mulipolo was having with Georgina before the game, right? Like, at times these catchers are rotating team to team, week to week. So it's like, how am I able to kind of really get in a good rhythm with my pitcher, figure out what they want? I mean, Mulipolo made it known. My job is to try to make you look good, and trying to get to know just kind of that rhythm of the pitches and the pitch calling. And I think sometimes that can be the part of the game you got to learn quicker as a catcher. Sometimes I think the switching of the teams can be more challenging for them in that, you know, aspect of needing to figure out what it is that these pitchers want, because they're strong-headed and they know, like, this is what makes me successful. So it's how quickly can they get on the same page.
We're going to have a chance to talk with Deja Mulipolo. An inning or so from now, she'll be mic'd up, as you heard pregame as well. Now, Mulipolo, who has a history obviously with Rachel Garcia, was interesting to hear her say, hey, your Rachel's pitch does this, but yours is really similar. It does this as well.
When it's being able to talk about, it's that changeup that is really that difference maker. You saw it last night when Rachel Garcia was able to throw that off-speed drop change-ish piece, we shall call it. And you see it with Georgina Korek with her changeup and just the command of it. She can throw it in the dirt. She can throw it for strikes.
All in 2 strikes. In a flip and leading off here. The second inning for Team Klingler. No score. 7th pitch of this AB for Hannah's into that breeze left side of the infield. Cahalan, who was the defensive MVP in last night's game for Team Landry, squeezes that for the first out. There's your leaderboard. You see all 45 players listed with Landry up top right now. A lot of these players in the top 10 you're going to see as well tonight. Now, it's a little bit lopsided because you have Team Landry playing for the 2nd straight night, Team Klingler playing for the first time this weekend, so they're a game behind technically. And then tomorrow night is when Team Palacios plays their 2nd game, so they are off tonight. Former Gator Kendra Falby slaps it foul. Spent the regular season with the Portland Cascade. That's to left field. Zirkle towards the line, sliding. That's a fair ball. Zirkle retrieves it. I don't know if she realized that that was a fair ball indicated by the third base umpire Robbie Guest, because she came sliding right along the line. So that's going to put Falby at second base with her speed.
And I'm take another look.
I think that's on the other side of the line.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that was foul.
I think that I might go for the challenge on this.
I know what Zirkle's thinking. She's thinking, I should have caught it anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But it looked like she was about a half step or so into foul ground. And it's where she touches the ball. It doesn't matter if part of her body is touching fair territory. It's where the ball is.
ruling on the field is that the ball was over fair territory when first touched, resulting in a fair ball. That is being challenged by Team Landry. Will go to review.
So they will review it as you hear. Now, the tough part is there's not a camera that goes right down the left field foul line. But is there enough from this angle to overturn the call on the field? Ooh, now that's a great look. We do have it down the foul line from the foul pole, not up the line. So
I see a little bit of body in fair.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is just going to either stand or maybe be confirmed. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I feel good about that because usually I'm always wrong on the replay reviews. So I feel like
you led me down that same path, so I don't mind. So it's a double for Falby. So two-base hit for Kendra, her first hit of the All-Star Cup and her fourth at bat. And Alicia Ocasio handling the DP role here for Team Klingler. Veteran Alicia Ocasio. She won the All-Star Cup a handful of years ago. With 40 on the leaderboard right now. Softly hit towards the middle, gobbled up, and the throw not in time. Cahalan had a long way to go to her left, and Ocasio legs that out. So an infield hit for Alicia Ocasio.
And Alicia Ocasio too, coming from the left side, a ton of speed up the line. Ooh, close.
Well, they just burned one of their challenges. Oh, speared by Cheryl, like turn two. Unbelievable. That was fantastic, and suddenly they're out of the inning on a crazy double play with this pick by Sydney Cheryl.
Yo, this is so good. This is textbook. Sid with the little swipe over to Cahalan, over to Woolery. So good. Fire me up.
Yeah, that play at first, as you could see, was really, really close, and it looks like they're going to challenge this, Team Klingler.
Still. That was so good.
Yeah. But it is a big deal here because a run would score if they overturn the call at first base here. Because Falby was going to score if they don't turn the double play. So we saw Team Landry earn a challenge earlier in the inning on defense.
She's out.
Ooh, whoa, whoa. Is that what you saw?
I mean, maybe. I'm looking right.
The call at first base will stand.
Yeah, see, thank you.
This is Team
Klingler here. That was
first
great.
challenge.
That slowed down right there.
That's what I was looking at, and then you made me doubt myself.
I was just making sure you were 100% confident.
I'm 100% over here. Don't you worry about that.
That caps it off. It stays scoreless. The inning points roll over again here into the third inning as Team Landry comes up. We're mentioning some of the past champions. Alicia Ocasio, one of those past champions from 2021. You see what their leaderboard points were. You got Deja Mulipola. Won it a year later in 2022.
You know, what's crazy is I've been around for all of those. I remember all of those so well. And just, I remember watching Kat in that 2020 with the unknown of Athletes Unlimited through COVID, what it was going to look like. And it was just such a bubble here. And all of these women were so committed to being able to play softball, right? And give people this little sense of hope, being able to turn on the TV and watch these games. It was really cool.
That's dropped by Mulipola into left center field. So the All-Star Cup winner 4 years ago as a leadoff base hit.
And this is so good. I think it just goes to show how strong Deja Mulipola is, right? She's able to turn on this pitch, 69 miles an hour, pulls it right into left center. Great piece of hitting.
Swinging at the first pitch, Cahalan popped up to short and flipping hauls that in near the second base bag. Faremo gets the quick out, and that's going to flip the lineup back to the top. Again, this third inning worth 30 points. As the inning win points have rolled over here into the third. One outside to Morgan Circle. She battled Faremo to a full count in the first inning and was called out on strikes. Faremo struck out the first 3 of the game against Team Landry. He has 4 strikeouts, 1 time through the order. Let's check in with Sydney.
We are seeing Megan Faremo come into this game with extra fire, and that is fueled by her captain, Bailey Klingler, who realized that Megan has only come into games late. She said, I drafted her and immediately told her, you are going to be one of my starters. And she said that was all the motivation that she needed.
To third, out at second base. Well, wasn't hit all that hard by Zirkle, so Romero's toss to Agbayani gets the lead runner. But, you know, when I think of Megan Faremo, to Sydney's point here, I remember this fiery pitcher in the circle all those years in Westwood.
For sure. I mean, and she is someone that starts. Listen, when you play in this pro league and, you know, you're in the international ranks and get an opportunity to maybe play with your country, it's like figuring out what your role is, and at times they're telling you kind of what that looks like, right? And you may not love it, but I thought there was something so unique and fun about being able to come into games to close it out when the pressure is there in the 6th and the 7th inning. And, you know, it's a different mentality being a starter than coming into the games when the pressure is already kind of supplied for you. So I don't know, I love that Klingler has given her the opportunity and said, hey, you're going to kind of be that starter. She knows what it's like, but can do it any which way she wants. We've seen her come in and be clutch late in innings as well.
That swing and a miss, that 6 swing and misses against Faremo, and that's what she has that makes her a good finisher, because she can miss some bats. And then she can paint that outside corner, and it's even at 2-2. Facing Maya Brady, who fanned swinging her first time up in the first inning. And these 2 former teammates from UCLA will battle on.
Definitely not an easy stretch of hitters. I know I mentioned this yesterday, but, you know, when you have all these Bruins in a row of Brady to Grant to Woolry, that's a lot of Bruin magic, as some shall call it. Wow.
What a pitch. And she fans Brady, looking this time to end the inning.
I mean, I feel like it's worth noting, like, this pitch breaks a little over the plate, but man, that is a strike all day for Faremo.
Well, Deja Bulipola plays for the Texas Volts in the regular season. Great year for her and always a lot of fun to watch. Great career in her 4 seasons at Arizona. 2-time NFCA Catcher of the Year, won the Johnny Bench Catcher of the Year award one year, and we're happy that she's all mic'd up behind home plate. Deja, how you doing on a Saturday night?
You know, not too shabby having a game on a Saturday night. The turnout's great.
It is indeed a sellout tonight. The top of the order comes up, and Skylar Wallace.
I feel like, too, man, with this weather, you're coming off of playing with those, you know, Texas Volts, that hot Round Rock sun. This must feel like a nice, cool night for you, huh?
That was brutal. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
It was hot.
I'm enjoying the Windy City for sure.
Nice.
Good job.
We had you mic'd up, obviously, throughout this game and had a little clip where you were talking to, you know, George before the game about just kind of similar with the drop off-speed pitch to Garcia. But how fun has it been for you to get to know these pitchers and connect with them and call pitches? And is it harder than you thought, or is it just something you love doing?
You know, now that this is my 5th or 6th year being in this league, I have the advantage of saying I've worked with everybody, luckily, under my belt. So when you have a brainiac like Georgie who knows what she wants on the mound, it makes my job to call pitches so much easier. Good job.
When you're facing this lineup second time through here, is there any kind of crazy changes you're looking to make? Not that you want to tell Skylar Wallace right now while she's standing.
Nothing crazy, especially when we were pretty successful. Obviously, we got beat maybe just on some infield things, but just keeping these batters off balance. Everybody is here for a reason. It's the All-Star Cup. So I think just making sure that we're sticking to Georgie's strengths, but also not. Good job!
Close pitch.
Also not being too predictable with our pitches.
Third baseman, number 2, Sydney.
Walk to Skylar, who's on base for a second time. By the way, we just showed a graphic a short time ago that you won this thing, what, 4 years ago now?
Isn't that crazy? 4 years ago is crazy.
Hard to believe it's been 4 years, huh?
Good job! Good job.
Danielle was mentioning. Oh.
Time.
Oh, yeah, she lost her IFB.
So sorry.
We got you again.
I can hear y'all.
Good.
Good job.
Romero takes a strike. Daniel was mentioning a little bit ago that year in 2022 when you won this, it was obviously a weird situation with the COVID deal and all that and the way things were. What do you remember about that season?
Honestly, I just remember having so much fun. A lot of it is a blur. Good job. Good spot. Because it flew by. I just remember being on the gold team every week and everyone's like, oh my gosh, can you change your color? Uh-oh. I lost the microphone.
I think we still got you.
Good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good job, Georgie.
Well, I feel like what I remember from you.
I lost you guys. I'm so sorry.
First baseman, number 3,
You got us?
Yeah.
I feel like what I remember about watching you in 2022 is that, like, no one could get you out.
No.
I feel like you were such a phenom, but just with how long you've been in this league and experienced all the different things, like looking at the Deja Bulipola that first started playing pro ball to kind of where you're at now, what do you think has kind of been something you've really grown at and got better at?
Sorry, this keeps popping out. Can you ask that one more time? Good job!
Yeah, when you look at kind of back when you first became a pro, right? You've been in this for a long time, vet, experience, looking when you first started kind of now. Where do you feel like is an area or two where you're like, dang, I've been able to like get better here?
You know, everybody's growing with you. I think that's the biggest challenge is like you feel like you're improving, but it's like the pitchers that you're facing are also improving. Everybody's leveling their game up, so stick with it, good job! Oh, ow!
Very close play. Each team has burned a challenge.
Good job. Way to hang! But I think that's the hardest thing, and then just having this All-Star Cup, everybody's an All-Star. Everybody's an ace, everybody's the best batter. So just finding ways to stick to who I am as a person, improve my game, be a hard out, be a good teammate, be a good catcher. Like, you gotta be moldable. I love it.
And I know you've gotten the opportunity to play over in Japan, right?
Yes.
How do you feel like that's bettered your game behind the plate and just being an all-around athlete playing over there?
You know, life is all about perspective, and I think they bring a whole different perspective to this game that we aren't used to. So I get to learn the fast-paced style, their small ball style, just the way that they think. And, you know, they're our rivals here in the U.S. So I think just improving my game, learning how the best of the best do what they do, and seeing where I compete and measure up to them. So when I come back here to the States, it's like the people that don't play over there, I kind of have that advantage.
Deja, I know we're having a little issue with your earpiece. What we're going to do, we appreciate you taking the time. We're going to continue to listen in. We'll let you get back to business, though.
Thank you, guys.
Is it 0-2 pitch? And that takes care of it. A strikeout of Atwood, a couple of Ks for Corey. Deja, thanks so much for wearing the microphone. Hey, tomorrow, tune in to the Little League Baseball World Series on ESPN and ABC. The first game starts at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Henderson, Nevada, taking on Tacoma, Washington on ESPN. Then Nicaragua versus Mexico at 11 a.m. on ESPN. Games continuing at 1 and 2 o'clock, as you see, New Jersey, Iowa, Curacao, Korea. All games also available on the ESPN app. I know I'm like you. I can't take my eyes off the Little League World Series. Softball and now baseball.
I know. It's a lot of fun to watch. I look forward to the month of August, getting to tune in. Softball kicks it off, and then you have the 2 weeks. I think it's pretty close to 2 weeks for the baseball. I do feel like the Little League Softball World Series has to up the food game. I am saying that I think more legit food trucks need to go. After watching the boys here and all these little, you know, cheese steaks and all the goods.
All right. Now, you obviously were there in North Carolina.
I was there.
That, so you're speaking
yes.
experience. Just a friendly suggestion to keep continuing to up the game there, huh?
I do. I always think that's, you know, when we go to the Women's College World Series, it's, ooh.
Liner off the glove of Klingler, the shovel in time. Ilana Agbayani there to help out after a rocket off the Klingler glove. So a 3-4-3 putout. Klingler gets an assist and a putout.
And this was just a hot shot, too, off the bat of Grant. You love Agbayani. Look at her just going and having her back with the quick glove flip, knowing that's how I'm going to be able to get the out if I field it cleanly and try to throw it. It's not going to work. So good.
Jordan Woolery lined out to right field her first time up. Nice play by Skylar Wallace to take a hit away. Off the plate from Faremo. No score. We're in the top of the fourth. The inning points have rolled over once again. 4 hits in the game, 3 of those for Team Klingler. Softly hit towards Romero and can't quite come up with it. Ball hit that slowly. It was kind of do or die for Romero charging at third base, and if you can't field it cleanly, that was about her only chance.
I know she's playing back to respect the power of Woolery. I do think personally, if she would have used her glove to get over, I think just Woolery can get up the line, but she's not the fastest one in the lineup. She's not a Morgan Zirkle, so I think she could have got her that way.
Delaney Wiz is going to run at first base for Woolery. It is scored as a base hit for Jordan. That's hit on a shot, scoop, flipping, second, out first, double play. Well, the Team Klingler pulled an impressive double play a couple innings ago, and now Team Landry pulls one to end the threat.
Well, and isn't it fitting that Sid Sherrill was the one that rolled the double play in that last inning, and she's the one that rolled right into this one. A little flip into Agbayani to Klingler. I love to see it.
Welcome back here in the All-Star Cup. Scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. And Maya Brady is somebody who made headwaves this past week in partnership with Sephora. Her face was shown all over Times Square. She said she had full body chills when she saw this on display. To think of the millions of people walking by and understanding softball is on its rise. It's reaching new heights. And she loves that she is shown in a jersey in full glam, that you can be both a tough softball player and somebody who loves to feel their best and look their best. And she said the fact that this is becoming the norm, people understand pro softball. When they think of our game, they think of faces like Maya Brady. She said, I love to pave the way and to dream about the new heights and the new norm for the younger generation.
Well, I love it. And she's not wrong. Listen, when Sephora was putting their name on this, I was like, this is so cool, because it gives these women an opportunity to be able to feel and express themselves with makeup and whatever it is that they want to do when they cross the lines. Like, you think of someone like Michaela Edenfield and all the things that she does with her makeup looks and how many athletes she's been able to impact throughout that journey. There's just something about, you know, when you feel good and look good, you play good. And I think sometimes that can be the difference with female athletes in comparison to the males. I think it's cool. You want to put on a little glitter, put on some glitter. A little mascara.
Right field, chased by Grant up against the fence. Jalen Alchin will scoot into second with a double. Her first extra base hit of the All-Star Cup to lead off the Team Klingler 4th inning.
This had good chunk of hang time. This is that off-speed pitch by Georgina Korek, 58 miles an hour, just on time with it, pulling that ball to right field, warning track all day. So quick, Grant able to get it and bring it in, legs out that double.
Laid down by Flippin. That bunt works. Nice stretch there by Sydney Sherrill. As Olchin goes over to third base, and Flippin gives herself up and advances the runner over to third base. There's Jadlin.
Well, and a lot of points on the line when you think about it, right? There's 40 inning points. You get 10 points for every inning that you win, whatever that looks like, right? Whether you score, the other team has to score more than that in order to gain those 10 points. So since we have a lot of donuts up on the board, which I don't mind, this makes this a 40-point inning. So if Jalen Olchin is able to score, Team Kling is hooting and hollering with 40 points.
Third base, a look there by Brito, and records the out at first base. So the infield in pays off. Brito made sure she looked Olchin back, and that's the second out.
Delaney Wiz over there at first base, taking Jordan Mulry. She ran for her last inning and going out on D.
Casio fouls the first pitch off. Well, Team Klingler has put the leadoff batter on base in 3 of the 4 innings. They've had some opportunities, just have not been able to capitalize. Casio had an infield hit her last time up. Team Klingler's had 6 chances with a runner in scoring position. This is another here with Olchin at third, and now 2 outs in this scoreless game. Leadoff double by Olchin. She was at third with 1 out. Another foul off the bat of Ocasio. Up and in. This is the bottom of the 4th, so those roll over 40 points are just sitting right there for Team Klingler. They can force this run in from third base. Well, Korek just keeps bringing it right in on the hands.
She does, and that to me is always kind of one of the most impressive things with George is I always feel like she doesn't miss very much, right? And at this level, with the ability to be able to sometimes have a ball to a ball off the plate, it's better to miss away than it is to miss over the heart of the plate. And I feel like she always does such a good job of painting corners and sneaking in the change.
It was away that time. The count has gone full. Good battle going here between Ocasio and Korek. Bounced up there, well blocked by Mulipola up the third base line, and that keeps Olchin at third base. And Casio works the walk. She's on base for a second time, and it extends the inning with runners at the corners. Well, it falls to the 9-hole hitter, Ilana Agbayani, who was robbed her first time up when she smoked one to Sydney Sherrill, who was playing in, and speared it and started an inning-ending double play. But Ilana absolutely squared up that pitch from Korek in her last at bat.
Well, and if I'm Georgina and Mulipola calling pitches on that last swing, I'm going to try to see if I can force her to do something again.
Trailing runner Ocasio took off regardless, and with that pitch kicked away, no chance to get her at second base. They do keep Olchin at third. A wild pitch advances Ocasio. Outside again to Agbayani. By the way, Agbayani exit velo off the bat for that liner she hit to to Cheryl back in the second inning was 71 miles per hour. And again, Cheryl was playing in. Yes. Works her away again. Full count. Another deep count here. This time for Agbayani. Wallace waiting on deck.
Well, and that's what you need to do, right? You have to spoil that pitch because it's such a hard pitch, and at times you don't want to leave it up to chance. So are you able to foul that off? And at times you'll see a good chunk of swings and misses on that changeup, but Agbayani working hard in the 9 spot. 3-2. It's clutch.
And Korek wins the battle and records the strikeout to end the threat, and Team Klingler will strand 2 more. They've left 6 tonight, but it's still a scoreless game.
Well, I can appreciate the fire. You see Georgina Korek goes up with the rise, but to me, it's the reaction, the fire. Let's go. Well, Framo has been doing a heck of a job. So good painting corners and getting her teammates fired up. She's going up, she's going down, she's going in, all around. But to me, it's the passion she brings in the circle that always gets me going. And listen, as a defense, that stuff fires you up. That makes you have a little more pep in your step. 52 pitches, has only given up those 2 hits. She has been rock solid.
6, 7, and 8 part of the order for Team Landry as Sydney Stewart leads off. She is one of the 5 strikeout victims for Ramo tonight. Happy to have you with us. That's a ground ball to short, flipping. And 1 gone here in the 5th. Sydney has more on for Ramo's backstop tonight, the catcher Reese Atwood.
Well, Mark and Danielle, you know better than anyone else that behind every great pitcher is an even better catcher. When you look at Reese Atwood, the AUSL Rookie of the Year, she's so often praised for her offense, but she said the one part of her game that's overlooked is her quiet hands behind the plate. She prides herself in moving silently back there, trying to put her body in positions to steal strikes like that one. And so often the catchers, Danielle, as you know, are the unsung heroes. And she said, that's a part of my game I want the younger generation to remember.
Well, I mean, and you watched her at Texas, and we would talk about it every year, right? Like just kind of what Reese Atwood is. But I remember when she made the adjustments to get more flexible, to be able to get a little bit lower. I know that was a focal point for her over the last couple of years at Texas. And I mean, the battery of Tegan Kavan and Reese Atwood, back-to-back national championships. Like Tegan Kavan isn't Tegan without Reese Atwood, and vice versa. Their relationship together, and so true, just that me and you versus everyone else mentality is so important. I can't say enough, like my relationship with my catcher would make or break me in moments, knowing that I had them, they had my back, that confidence, they're working strikes. There's a lot that goes into that relationship, but it's sure special.
I remember you and I calling the game on ESPN a couple of years ago. Texas at Mizzou when Tegan Kavan and threw her first no-hitter. Reese Atwood caught that.
I remember how cold it was.
Yes.
I remember Tegan Kavan's grandma was there.
Yes.
We got her on camera, and just a lot of special memories with her grandma, and it was one of the coldest I'd ever been calling a game. I'm sure those Texas Longhorns felt the same.
You mention that frequently when Mizzou comes up these days. There's a swing and a miss, and Brito strikes out. That is the second out of the inning. Hey, how would you like a chance to win a custom AUSL Rawlings glove and 2 tickets to a 2027 opening day game of your choice? Well, now's your chance. You can go to theausl.com/win and enter today. That's theausl.com/win. Got 50 inning points on the line. All the first 4 innings scoreless, so they rolled over here into the 5th. Team Landry batting here in the top of inning 5. Deja Mulipola, a base hit her first time up to left field. Six strikeouts now for Faremo, which is a high for her in this All-Star Cup. She's ahead in the count to Mulipola. That stayed fair about halfway up the line, but eventually bounced foul. Yeah, back to your and Sydney's point. I mean, pitching is 1A. You got to have it to win in this sport. But right behind that is you got to have a great receiver and catcher that can handle the staff. And Faremo and Atwood doing that tonight. Atwood tags out Mulipola to complete the strikeout. 2 Ks in the inning for Faremo. She's now fan 7. We're still scoreless through 4.5 in Rosemont.
Eat your carbs. Keep working. The key to being strong and fast. Carbs.
Got to make sure you get your nutrition. Skylar Wallace is going to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning here. The scoreless game, 50 inning points, win points on the line. Georgina Korick has been lifted, and Rachel Garcia now takes over in the circle in this scoreless game. Garcia will face the top of the order. Wallace, Romero, and Klingler. You know, Korick pitched well, obviously, 4 scoreless innings. We saw her pitch count a little higher than normal for that amount of work that we're used to seeing from her.
And I think, too, sometimes in a little bit more of a shortened season with maybe not as many games, it's like, okay, hey, maybe 2 times through the order I want you to go, and then we're going to bring in someone else. I mean, these pitchers know what it's like to throw 7 innings. We saw Georgina Corrick do it multiple times, or Rachel Garcia. But I do, you know, you're playing 3 games in a weekend and that's it. So it's making sure that, you know, all of your workhorses in the circle are getting some opportunities as well, right? Rachel's that go-to arm for the Texas Volts. It's starting sometimes 2 games in a series.
Rachel pitched 3 innings last night, gave up 2 earned runs, 4 hits. Through 54 pitches in those 3 innings, so pitching on back-to-back nights here in Rosemont. Paints the outside corner, and it's a full count on Skylar Wallace. Bounced up there, that's ball 4. And Skylar Wallace on base for a 3rd time, 2 walks and a base hit. So she's on to begin the inning. We welcome in Georgina Corrick for a chair chat. We were just kind of talking about your night 2 times through the order. What's your kind of self-evaluation, Georgina?
It's always hard. I didn't think I was throwing the best that I can, which is always very difficult, but the best thing you can do is just get outs for your team, and I have such a phenomenal defense behind me. I mean, that play by Sydney Sherrill to end, I think it was the 2nd inning.
So
it's just
good.
absolutely unreal, and I feel like every single time I'm in this chair chat, I'm talking about Sydney Sherrill, but she's an easy person to talk about in that way.
Was there that mentality of the team, like where you're going 2 times through the order and then making a change? Because we saw Sam Landry, who was throwing well yesterday, right, and then brought Rachel in. Has that been the mentality of this team, or what you've seen over the last little bit doing that with pitchers?
I think sometimes it's the mentality of this league and the way that this format kind of works. You're going to have the best of the best here. You've got 45 of the best athletes from AUSL, which is the best league, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really difficult sometimes to fool everybody 3 times in a row. You've got a game like this where Megan Fremo's throwing an absolute gem, as she often does, and all you want to do is kind of fight for that 1 run. And so when you have a pitcher like Rachel Garcia in the bullpen, and then you have Sam Landry in the bullpen, it's really easy to kind of be like, okay, now that we've had 2 times through the lineup, let's show them something different. Let's keep things fresh so that you're always trying to like chase that out, and you're not going to get beat by just 1 errant swing.
I was there getting to watch you guys win with the Talons back-to-back. Did you get a little bit of a breather before you guys got to come in here? Did you get to enjoy yourself, give yourself a couple days to chill and soak it in?
Yeah, I had a couple days. I got to go home, see my mom and dad, who I love to see them. I travel so much out of the year that they can't always come to Japan, Australia, Mexico, like the U.S. and all these different continental states all the time. So it's really nice to get a chance to go home, and what like a privilege it is to get the opportunity to return to someplace and call it home. So I was very excited to go there. Got to go on the boat, got to hang out on the beach, which I'm a sunshine girl, so it's everything that I craved. And thank goodness we're finally getting some sunshine in Chicago. It's been real dark and gloomy for the last couple weeks.
Well, and not too hot too, which I think is nice to see.
Oh, good job, Kinley. What a cannon on her.
I just wanted to know how you stay so level-headed through it all, right? You're playing in the Japan League, you're playing it with Great Britain, you're playing in AUSL, you're playing an All-Star Cup. Like, how do you, being who you are, just stay so neutral throughout these grind months? Because you are putting in a lot of time playing this sport.
I think it's such a good reminder that like we get to do this, and this is the thing that I've done since I think I went to my first softball tryout when I was 6 years old. You know, I had the terrible bob. I used to play with my hair down. I've, thank goodness, learned how to brush my hair. It took a long time and a lot of tears. But it's been one of those things that every one of these amazing places I get to go, the people are incredible, my teammates are incredible, and it's really easy when you're struggling and not feeling the way that you want to feel to lean on them in those big moments. And as always, I'm always reminded by like the power of people in this league, because as much as these are 45 incredible softball players, they're also 45 incredible people. So some of my greatest friends, who will be friends for the rest of my life, play here, and it's really fun to be in one place with them and get to kind of experience that together. Oh my gosh, Kinley.
So good.
She's so good, man.
Let's go.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
You are always fun to watch. I think you're more fun to talk to. Thanks so much, Georgina.
Cool.
Wallace is stranded, and that takes us now through 5, still scoreless. Scoreless through 5. Take a look at the leaderboard up to the moment. Sam Landry, who hasn't played in this game, still at 690, but Georgina Koric closing the gap after her 4 innings. Palacios also tonight in action. You see the top 10 there. As we move on here into the 6th of this scoreless game. The inning points will roll over here into the 6th inning now. And as you see, we have a whole new battery here for Team Klingler. Let's start in the circle with Kat Sandercock.
Yeah, bringing in former Florida State alum, Chicago Bandit. Kat Sandercock tends to be a little bit more down in the zone. That good drop ball can go upstairs if she needs to as well.
He takes over for Megan Faremo. Tossed 5 innings, struck out 7. Most strikeouts for a pitcher in an outing in this 2026 All-Star Cup. Kinley Cahalan, who made a couple of nice plays defensively in the last inning, takes a strike. She leads off here for Team Landry. Popped out to short her first time up. That's Michaela Edenfield, who's taken over behind the plate catching, so total new battery here for Team Klingler. You can see the makeup there you were talking about on
Love it.
Michaela. Just been her thing for a lot of years at Florida State. That was a nasty pitch from another former Seminole, Kat Sandercock, in the strikeout.
I mean, sorry for my sound effects on the change, but so good. Oh, you just look at the lower half movement by Kinley Cahalan. I mean, no chance you locate that for a strike. They are frozen. But just even going back to Michaela Edenfield, she was doing that makeup and doing all that when she was playing at Florida State, and it just caught wind, and you could see all of these little athletes that were just always into just hearing the story, and so unique. Does these little get-readies with me and talks about different things that are, you know, great and personal in the game, and I've always loved that. I remember calling their super regional against Georgia, and I got to meet her mom, and her mom was very sweet.
Well, Sandercock's come in and struck out the first 2. Sid has more.
Well, Danielle, you talk about the fact that Edenfield's makeup looks have went viral, but it's the deeper message behind. It started all the way back in her childhood when she said, I wasn't confident in my own skin. So she used makeup as a way to kind of put on this armor, this shield that made her stand taller, made her feel more bold. And that's what she hopes to inspire with her makeup looks. And she said, I have gotten thousands of DMs that say, I'm now confident to wear the bold colors or the crazy outfits because I see the way that you so boldly express yourself. So there's such a deeper meaning behind the beautiful makeup and the masterpieces we see each and every game day from Edenfield.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. And just being able to bring confidence into other, you know, athletes that are playing the game. I mean, look at that Times Square. Just, I remember watching all those athletes online. I mean, AUSL always does such a good job of posting on socials so well, and when they got to walk through Times Square and you saw them look up and see themselves, and I'm sure that was a full circle moment for her, for someone that has just been in love with makeup from a young age and being able to express herself in different ways. Very cool.
And here's Maya Brady, who was part of that as well. I mean, and for those 2 women, I don't know. Anybody who's been to New York has gone to Times Square.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the iconic places in this country. And to have your face posted up there, that's
pretty cool.
That's a big deal. Full count on Maya. 3-2 pitch coming from Kat Sandercock. Wow. Struck out the side.
I love it. You have a little good morning and the Kenley Cahalan change to good afternoon and then a good night. The drop into the lefties is fierce.
Pitching and defense tonight. Sydney Sherrill's been a big part of that defense for Team Landry. It really is why we're still scoreless going to the bottom of the sixth. Let's take a look at tonight's play of the game, presented by Mizuno, the official ball and helmet of the AUSL. This double play in the second was incredible.
Well, the exit velo off the bat was, I think you said 71 miles an hour for then Sid Sherrill to be able to scoop it. She's playing in that runner on third to then go over to Kenley Cahalan at short to Rory for the double play. No doubt. That's one of the best plays that I've seen in a really long time. And you even heard Georgina Korek still talking about it in the chair chat. Like, that's one you'll remember.
That prevented Falby from scoring from third. And as you could tell on that play, it was bang, bang at first base. And it was challenged by Team Klingler. And the replay said, yeah, she was out. And that completed the double play, kept it scoreless. And it's still scoreless here last of the sixth with Olchen leading off. She had a leadoff double to right. Fourth inning. Well, Team Klingler's had the better scoring chances. They've stranded 5 tonight. They've put the leadoff batter on base in 4 of the 5 innings. And will do so again. That was on an 0-2 pitch from Rachel Garcia and a hit by pitch of Olchen. And they make it now 5 out of 6 innings, the leadoff batter on base for Team Klingler. Well, Little League Classic action is here. You can watch first place teams facing off in Williamsport tomorrow. It's the Atlanta Braves and Milwaukee Brewers, Sunday 7 Eastern on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app. Great to see the Little League Classic for another year on ESPN from Williamsport. Here's Hannah flipping. Rito playing in tight at third. The ball's going to get out to shallow center, and ranging out is Cahalan. And Kenley hauls it in. Retire flipping for the first out. You see the leaderboard up top zipping through. Sherrill up to 6th place. Cahalan's been busy at shortstop as well. We're going to have a pitching change here, and Sam Landry's going to call her own name here and take over for Rachel Garcia. So Garcia goes an inning and a third of relief. So Landry coming in for Team Landry. More on her when we come back.
Well, and Sam Landry yesterday was throwing great. She did a good job being able to get that drop ball on the outside part of the plate, owned it with the changeup. Drop ball was fire, and she is calling her name to come on out here.
Picked up the win last night. Back in there, as you mentioned. Here's the numbers from last night. The win over Team Palacios, which they won 6-3. Kendra Fulby up. Kendra doubled to left. In the second inning, a ball that Zirkle tried a sliding catch along the line, couldn't come up with. They wound up stranding Fulby at third base thanks to that great double play turned by the Team Landry defense, started by Sydney Sherrill. Strike call.
And you can see that they made the change as well with Sid Stewart behind the plate. And it just kind of goes to show those Portland Cascade ties, right? Like getting to play together throughout the season, I think is, you know, so cool to be able to have someone behind the plate that's been with you all summer.
And Stewart, who was the DP to start the game, now behind the plate.
Big 2-run home run yesterday against Carlin Pickens, which I feel like kind of opened up this game.
A strikeout of Fulby. Landry comes in and fans the first hitter she faces.
Well, and such a good pitch, right? I mean, at a 1-2 count, Liz is just climbing the ladder. And as a hitter, you know, it's one you need to try to lay off because it's tough to do anything with that pitch away and spinning up.
She made a huge jump up the leaderboard after Series 2 last weekend. That's towards left center field, but Zirkle comes in to make the catch. Off the bat, looked like for a moment it had a chance, but run down by Zirkle, and they strand another runner. That's 6 left on by Team Klingler. The AUSL All-Star Cup is sponsored by Gooder. Very pleasant Saturday night here in Chicagoland. Scoreless game going to the 7th between Team Landry and Team Klingler. 6 total hits in the game. The inning points had rolled over. No new inning points are added here in the 7th. So basically all the inning points, all 60 win points, are going to go to the winner of this game, the winning team of the game. Megan Grant will lead off the top of the 7th here for Team Landry.
Ooh.
I think she was geared up, ready to heck.
I'm not someone that talks exit velo all the time, but I do know she is one of the hottest here. I mean, that's just 82.
82 miles per hour.
Can I get a hum, babe?
This is the first All-Star Cup game this year that has gone to the 7th inning scoreless. Sandra Cock came in an inning ago and struck out the side. All 3 batters she faced in the 6th. Grant, Lady Wiz due up 2nd in the inning, then Sydney Sherrill.
I mean, that's a lot of points. 130 points are going to go to the game winner.
Yes.
That's a difference sometimes between winning at the end and not,
No
right?
doubt.
So Sam Landry calling her name to say, hey, I want to go out there. I want to kind of control not only my points, being someone that's leading this league right now.
Towards right center field. She is incredible.
Get out of here.
It's like she took a pitching wedge and just golfed it out. "75 miles per hour off the bat, went 245 feet.
I don't think I will ever not be excited. This, I mean, she golfed it. This is a 54-mile-an-hour pitch. She is on time. Man, just trust her hands so much, right? Like, she can go down and get it, but look at the passion around the bases. One of the most fiery rookies coming into this league, and to continue that momentum and pressure of what it was to hit 42 home runs in college, then come into the pro game and still be that girl, that to me is so impressive. That's not a bad pitch.
Oh, no, it's not.
Not a bad pitch.
It came with 2 strikes. And as you mentioned, she kept her hands back. Here's the reaction from the dugout. But, I mean, her weight had already shifted forward, and she held that,
So
and then the hands
strong.
came through, and that you just said it, the strength.
So
incredible.
strong.
Well, Sydney has Megan Grant. Sid?
I'm here with Megan Grant, who just broke it open on an off-speed pitch. You're collecting your breath because you had a lot of emotions after hitting it. What did it feel to be able to break it open for your team?
Honestly, doing anything for the team any way I can, trying to be the spark plug as much as I possibly can. Hopefully we can get this going.
And Sam Landry is also sitting here because this is her good luck spot. What does it mean to do it for your captain?
It means the world. I mean, obviously being teammates with Sam before, you know, I'm going to ride and die for her. So I'm just really happy to do it for her.
A little Cascade magic. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Sydney, thank you. And thank you, Megan, for the time. And I tell you, man, she makes it look
easy.
Almost, yeah, effortless.
I know.
It's effortless power. But it's not. But
and I mean, just all the things and tools that I feel like she was able to learn at UCLA, right? Of just the patience that she had to have at the plate throughout this season, and just like knowing her body. Like, look at that back knee almost touching the ground. She's just so good at being able to like extension through that extra little carry on that pitch. I mean, this was a line drive out of here. I don't know. I feel like I've just kind of been fortunate to watch her from her freshman year on, and have had her for so many different things that I can't ever not root for Megan Grant.
And then you just caught if you hadn't heard from Megan Grant before in the interview with Sydney, you caught a glimpse of her very understated personality, I guess is what I'll call it.
Yeah. Always about the team.
Yes.
Always, always, always.
Got under that, but that's a high fly to right field at the bat of Sherrill as Skylar Wallace comes in to make the catch. That's the first out of the inning. She didn't miss that one by much, just got under it a hair. So Sandra Cock gets the first out of the inning. She'll face the now Team Landry catcher, Sydney Stewart. Stewart, the MVP of last night's win for Team Landry. #1 MVP, took home the 60 points for that honor. That had to be a tough vote with all the home runs they hit last night.
She launched it over. And that had so much carry and height, and to go up and get a 70+ mile an hour rise ball off of Carlin Pickens, like that's really, that's hard to do. That was a pitch I was like, you got to tip your cap if you're Pickens, right? It changed the game. Not a bad pitch, but it did. It kind of like really opened up that game for the offense with Team Landry for sure.
Right on the inside corner. Great pitch there from Sandercock. Gets Stewart looking. 4th K for Sandercock, 2 outs.
Well, and you could just see Sid's body moving, thinking that it's such a ball, right? And just no way. Backdoor action on the inner part of the plate. Such a pretty pitch.
And we'll see if #1, we'll see if it stays a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 7th, and if Team Klingler can come back. Team Klingler this week, last week I should say as well, won both games. That's going to allow the runner Delaney Wiz to go down to second base. So runner in scoring position for Brito. Two balls, no strikes. You see Megan Grant's got the journal out. I don't know if that's a UCLA thing, because Megan Faremo does the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a UCLA thing, but I do know that Megan Faremo has been doing that since her time back at UCLA. I wonder what people would pay for that notebook.
Ooh. A lot of good information.
Just the secrets of Megan Grant hitting in that notebook. I wonder if she'd let me read it.
Is there a book of how to set the collegiate single season record for a home run book?
It's, I'm sure, carried over in that book.
How to hit 42 home runs at UCLA and then go play pro softball by Megan Grant. Yeah, here it is. 3-1 to Brito. Second walk of the inning. It extends it. A couple of base runners with 2 outs.
Well, and it's funny that you bring that up. Like Maddie Husky had played in this league. She played for the Corona Angels. She played at Washington. She actually brought to practice this binder full of stuff. I didn't get a chance to read it all, but it was literally all her time playing with the Corona Angels and all the hitting things with Marty Tyson. And I don't know, I just feel like it's such a cool thing to be able to go back on and look at and listen. If you don't know Marty Tyson and the Corona Angels, I don't know if you are a true softball fan, because to me, I played with his daughter Dina Tyson at Washington. The Corona Angels are the real deal. I know Trisha Ford made mention of it to me, of like when they look for athletes at times, they're looking for those Corona Angels because they are coached hard. And I get the opportunity to coach with Maddie Husky and just hear about her times with Marty, and she has a notebook too.
Talk about doing the little things. I call that a little thing, but it's really a big thing when you are that dedicated to your craft.
And it's a tough game. Yeah. This game is going to humble you, and I think sometimes being able to go back and read through the hard days and how you were able to get over it is at times the only thing you need to continue to keep working and working and working. I mean, can we zoom in? What does it say there? I'm just kidding.
Upstairs, 2-1. Deja Mulipola. Grant's leadoff home run has broken the scoreless tie here in the top of the 7th for Team Landry. Foul tipped into the glove. 2-2. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and a 2-2 pitch from Kat Sandercock. The off-speed pitch is blocked in the dirt by Michaela Edenfield. Now the runners will get a chance as soon as the ball leaves the hand of Sandercock to get a running start off their respective bases. Jammed her. Tough play. No play for Flippin, whose first look was actually to home to see if Edenfield was wanting the ball in case the lead runner, Wiz, was racing around third and trying to score, but the bases are now loaded on an infield hit.
And it's just a little jam job, hard. And it's good for Flip to hold it. It's funny, the GM of the Cascade, Jamie Lowprice, texted me saying the cost for that notebook for kids these days is going to be about 42 squishies and Nidos and all the things. And Mark Neely, my partner, does not know what that is, but I know that the kids that are listening, you know how hard it is to find them Nidos. Well, Megan Grant will take them, 42 of them.
Saw Bella Dayton come in as a pinch runner, and Lexi Kilfoyle is going to pop out of the dugout for Team Klingler. So a chance here to add to this lead for Team Landry, but Team Klingler wants to keep it a 1-run game to the bottom half. Hey, a reminder, you can tune in tomorrow and watch the Washington Spirit versus the Orlando Pride in WSL action 4 Eastern time on ESPN2, and you can also watch it on the ESPN app. Well, Lexi Kilfoyle comes in a big spot here, trying to keep this a 1-0 game.
And I think too, with 2 outs and coming in, it is just go straight attack mode. Has that really, really good, tough drop. You want to keep it where it's at to give yourself that chance to try to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. Pretty good numbers, if you ask me. Was a workhorse for that Chicago Bandits team, so she should feel at home here.
Yes. Saw Reese Atwood come back off the bench. She's going to re-enter and catch Kilfoyle here. So Atwood returns. If you're wondering about the leaderboard, we give you the top 10. Of course, Sam Landry started today atop the leaderboard, and that has not changed. She even has added 8 points thanks to her relief outing. Boy, if Sam Landry's team hangs on, that's really going to have a big effect, as you said, on the final outcome 8 days from now when this comes to a completion.
Yeah, that's why I think, too, bringing her in now, she has the ability to go into the bottom of the 7th and try to close it out, right? When you're that captain and you're in that top spot, listen, I kind of want to be selfish. I want to be selfish with putting myself out there to gain some points. And it's okay because you're in that right, because you're the captain.
Kinley Cahalan is the batter with the bases loaded. 2 outs, 1-0 Team Landry, thanks to the leadoff homer in this inning for Megan Grant. That's popped up, and Romero makes the catch to retire the side. But the scoreless tie ends thanks to Megan Grant with 2 strikes beginning this inning with a home run that was notebook worthy.
I mean, notebook worthy all day. Listen, this is one of the best hitters in the world, stepping up big, getting the first run on the board for Team Landry.
grand home run in the top of this 7th inning has made it 1-0. Each side with 4 hits. But Team Klingler now will try to score at least 1 to extend the game, 2 to win. Here's tonight's stat point leaders for Ramo. Outstanding, 7 strikeouts. She went a couple times through the order. 40 to 60 points for her to this point. Corrick, the other starter. And that home run for Megan Grant. There's your 40 points right there. And 1 home run. Agbayani lays down the bunt and beats it out. The ball gets away. And just like that, the tying run's at second with nobody out. Agbayani reading the defense. Lays one down, base hit, and a throwing error. So single E1, she's at second.
And what a little fire starter in that 9 spot. Look at the speed up the line. So good. Notices the ball gets by at second. No doubt about it. Listen, if you're wanting to win this ball game in the bottom of the 7th, she is who you want up to get the party started. Now passing the bat up top. Skylar Wallace for her 4th ups of the game.
And Wallace has not made an out tonight. She's been on base 3 times. A single in the first, and then has walked her last 2 plate appearances.
Some loud fans.
Indeed.
By the mic.
Wave foul tip.
I think they got in trouble. Just kidding.
It looked like a softball team. One of the youth softball teams was down there in the third base dugout, making their voices heard. A run to tie, 2 to win. If Team Klingler could pull this out of the fire here, that's a big shift in individual and team points. Good hack, fouled back. Landry came on, picked up the last 2 outs in the 6th. Off the end of the bat, foul. Sellout crowd hanging with every pitch. That's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's a great pitch, right? At that 1-2 count, you don't want to give anything too close. You try to get that chase.
And the off-speed pitch when she needed it. A swing and a miss, and they retires Skylar Wallace for the first time tonight. A huge first out for Sam Landry.
I mean, look at this pitch. Look at the location at this count. The spin, over 1,700 spin. That ball is moving 55 miles an hour. The big strikeout.
Here's Sydney Romero. Sydney reached on a hit by pitch in the first inning. And since then has struck out and sacrificed. So officially 0 for 1. That's a chopper left side. Brito takes the out at first. No chance with the bouncy ball to the third base side of the infield for Agbayani to try to advance. So now the tying run still at second, but with 2 outs. And Team Klingler down to their final out, and the captain's going to come up. Here is Team Klingler's Bailey Klingler. So here's the game on the line, and the 2 team captains are squaring off right here with a ton of points on the line.
I know, she could go Tater here and win it.
Oh. Lost the bat.
Reese Atwood's like, I know I'm geared up from my knees down. Maybe I should wear my chest protector.
Caught their attention too over there, even with the screen.
Whoopsie.
Klingler lays off. 2 balls and a strike. Tying run at second. Winning run at the plate. Hit a ball hard in the first inning, Bailey did, but lined out to left. Now she fouls it at the plate, and Team Klingler down to their final strike. Captain against captain, with the game on the line. Deep center field. Wow! Klingler walks it off. What a Saturday night in Rosemont. You can't ask for more drama than that. Down to their last strike. And the whole game just turns on one pitch, and it's over.
You set it up. Captain versus captain. What a moment. Unbelievable. I mean, goosebumps. Listen, these little moments, man, they are just ones you remember, and we're going to hear all about it.
Well, Team Klingler didn't lose it all last week. They didn't want to lose this week in their first game, and the captain made sure of it. Got a pitch to hit pretty much down the middle.
And Sam Landry knows it. She knows it. But to me, it's a couple pitches prior, Mark, where she got jammed up on the pitches on the inner half. But for her to be able to open up her hips a little bit sooner, to be able to get to this pitch, 69 miles an hour in, 71 miles an hour off the bat, out of here, captain wins it. Let's go.
Sydney is with the hero, Bailey Klingler.
Hero is exactly right, Bailey. Down to your final strike. What kept you believing in the box?
I think just our quality at bats all the way around. Lana getting on is huge. We had great team outings. Like, we stayed on the base path and just keeping it simple. There's no need to make the moment bigger than it is. Just keeping it simple for my team.
To be able to do it as a captain and to lead the team the way that you did, what does it mean to you to get the win for everyone?
Yeah, I think they make it easy to play for. They're such a great vibe from top down, and our pitchers threw so well. We had once again, great team at bat. So I was the one tonight, but it could have been anyone, you know?
When you look at this team, what do you think it says about the group that you built, the DNA with the players that you drafted, that you kept fighting until the very end?
Yeah, I think it's just a testament of them being pros. I love this team so much. I look around and I'm inspired all the time. So they're pros, and they know how to play the game, and they just inspire me.
Well, tonight you're the ultimate pro, but I know your team is excited to celebrate you. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Sydney Bailey, thanks very much. What a game. The Megan Grant homer in the top of the inning for Team Landry. And Bailey Klingler with her team down to their final strike out at center field to win it 2-1. 130 points. That just shifted with that one swing from everybody on Team Landry to everybody on Team Klingler.
I think that could be a 190-point at bat right there for Bailey Klingler. Getting the MVP points, no doubt about it. Like, just the captain. I can only imagine, like, the adrenaline running through you. Like, you live for those moments. To be able to be the one in that situation, to hit that, 2 strikes, game on the line. Like, so special. Extra shout out to my dog, Washington Husky, Bailey Klingler. So good to just see her step up and do that. And she takes that top spot.
She does indeed. That's updated. Obviously, they're going to vote on MVP, so Bailey might have, as you mentioned, 60 more points to add there. That vote comes up a little bit later after we go off the air. But wow, what a game. What a Saturday. This was an incredible game to watch.
It was. Listen, you don't get to see pitchers duels very often anymore in this generation of the game. So when you can see these tight ball games, you see a Megan Grant home run, you see a Bailey Klingler, captain, win it, walk it off. I'm all about it. Listen, I don't get many dates with you anymore calling games, so I'll take it.
That was fun. And that video right there of Landry's reaction and Klingler's rounding the bases, wow. That was incredible. Once again, Team Klingler wins it 2-1 over Team Landry. For Danielle, Lori, our great crew, hope you enjoyed this one. This was fun. So long from Rosemont.